Good evening. A house of your own is still the foundation of the American dream, a house you were raised in, a house you pass down to your children. But a stunning number today proves something has changed. Homes simply are not selling. Last month, despite all the efforts to stimulate the economy, sales collapsed, down more than 27%, a record drop. And so much worse than anyone predicted. David Muir spent the day looking at a typical American home to show us what's happening.
In fact, Diane, there's no question for the American middle class that there was never a more reliable place to get a return on your investment than owning your own home. But when it comes time to cash in, you need a buyer.
It is a record plunge. Homeowners across this country simply unable to find buyers.
I don't think we've ever seen a drop of this magnitude.
Economists had expected a drop of some kind, but not that 27% decline in sales from June to July. What's behind it? Unemployment stagnant at 9.5%, and tax credits for home buyers running out. The median home price in this country now stands at just above $182,000, nearly flat from a year ago, in a country now suffering a housing hangover.
The days of the house being an ATM machine for a typical homeowner are over.
And so are the quickly rising home values, too.
Between 20 and 30% year-over-year increases, which were clearly unsustainable.
It's a sea change for the American middle class, families who for so long looked at their home as their best chance for a big return on their investment, ever since the post-war housing boom in the 1950s. In fact, one of those homes we zeroed in on today, so typical for the time, on 7th North Street, just outside Syracuse, New York. A 3-bedroom home, an attached garage, hardwood floors. But realtor Bill Cross can't sell it.
This has been the bread and butter type of house that most of middle America has always lived in.
In 1994, it sold for $48,000. A decade later, nearly doubled, $85,000. By this year, the value reaching $107,000. But it wouldn't sell, not at $79,900, and just last week, reduced again to $64,900. The problem is there are 4 million other for sale signs just like this. Good for buyers, economists say, if you ask one very important question. How long will you stay?
If you're a first-time home buyer who's planning to be in the house at least 5 years or 5 to 10 years, then it's almost a no-brainer that now is a good time to be in the marketplace. We haven't seen rates that low in the past 30, 40 years.
But for the seller, of course, we saw how much that house plummeted. So how much value was lost all told?
That's exactly what I asked economists today. 6 years, they say, on average for the American homeowner. Your home was worth what it was in 2004 if you were to list it today. We've lost a lot.
And it's a big change from when some of us grew up. Thank you, David Muir.